Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick video today. So the HX Stomp and the Helix lineup just got a firmware update to, I believe it's 3.1. And in 3.1 they added some cool new features. Amongst that being a very good hall reverb. I'll cover that in another video. But the most interesting thing to me is the retro reel. And what retro reel is a modulation algorithm that's based around just a reel-to-reel tape recorder. And it adds saturation, tape, wow, and flutter, high cut and low cut controls, and it also adds an equalization curve to it. Off camera here, I have the Korg wave state, and I have a piano patch on it. I'm going to play a quick loop, or I'm going to record a quick loop into the looper here, and I have a reverb. And the reverb is the Mako R1, and what I'm going to do is send the piano signal through the reverb into the modulation effect. Since the modulation effect emulates a tape deck, we want it at the end of the chain, or at least in my case, I like having it at the end of the chain. What I ended up doing there was recording a loop with some mid octaves and higher octaves so we can hear what exactly the modulation effect does. So to start off, we're going to use default settings except for the tape speed. I have it set to the fastest tape speed. Just like a real tape deck, in this case, when we turn down the tape speed, it will squash some of the high frequencies. Wow and flutter set to around 3, which is its default. It goes up to 10. No low cut, no high cut, and tape speed is at 30 inches per second. Now we're going to go ahead and turn down the tape speed and listen to the higher frequencies. That's 15 inches per second. And now at 7.5 inches per second. That really sounds lovely. We also have a texture setting, and the texture setting increases the equalization curve from the tape path. So I'm going to turn that all the way up. I believe it adds a little bit of tape compression, but I'm not 100% sure. It kind of sounds like it. Alright, let's go a little crazy. Now we're at 7.5 inches per second. We're going to add wow and flutter. A lot of it. And that's just amazingly lovely. We can add some tape saturation as well, which also sounds very nice. I'm not going to go too far up because it'll go into distortion territory. Now if we want to get a little crazier, we can also add some high cut and low cut to it, and we'll do that in a second here. I'm going to go ahead and turn up the tape speed now that the wow and flutter is up really high, and we'll be able to hear that a lot more when we turn up the tape speed. Now 15 inches per second. Now 30 inches per second. Listen to that wow and flutter. This is kind of one of those effects that I've always wanted but have never seen in a pedal. Now the Strymon Deco gets close, but you can't really control the tape speed and things like that. And it's more of a flanger and double tracker, tape-based flanger double tracker, so it's not exactly this. This doesn't add any kind of delay effect, it's just modulation and high and low cut and some equalization. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and turn down the wow and flutter a little bit to about 8.7 there, and we're going to turn the tape speed back down to 7.5. I'm going to add some high cut now. I'm going to put it at about 14.5 kilohertz high cut, so we get some really old sounding tape there, like maybe a tape that's been run through the machine one too many times. And now to make it even more interesting, I'm going to add some reverb, and I'm going to do that with the Mako R1, or Mako, sorry, R1. And yeah, I'm using the BFR algorithm. And that's why I find this effect to be amazing. Just when you put a stereo effect field in front of this modulation effect, everything just sounds so gorgeous out of it. Especially when you put some pretty steep high cut in there, like at about 14 kilohertz or so. And then just add a little bit of tape saturation. Yeah, so I hope that video kind of helps somebody out about this new effect. If you have an HX Stomp, here, I'll go ahead and stop the loop. If you have an HX Stomp or one of the Helix lineups, I highly recommend you get the update and you try out the retro reel. Like I said earlier, they added a Hall reverb algorithm as well as this retro reel, as well as a delay, and I believe it's a Euclidean delay in the terms that it like uses the Euclidean like polyrhythm style delay structure, or I should say beat structure, and that's an interesting delay. That'll get its own video, I'm sure, as well from me. But yeah, the Hall algorithm is really good. The retro reel is absolutely fantastic. I mean, like I said, it's something I wish existed in a pedal by itself. I mean, yes, people will bring up the Strymon Deco, but the Deco doesn't do that exactly. Like I said, it doesn't have speed controls and it doesn't have aggressive filtering and equalization. Anyway, thanks for watching.